Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you guys are doing well and enjoying your week. It has been such a beautiful, sunny few weeks where I live, and that makes me so happy. I'm just always in a good mood when the sun is out and the weather is warm. So after I film today's video, I'm going to sit outside on my porch and edit it and maybe go to the park later, and I cannot wait. But first, I wanted to sit down and talk to you guys about some new makeup releases. I have a bunch of fun products for summer to chat about, including some affordable and drugstore releases, some high-end products as well. I am planning on picking up a few things. I think I actually got just one or two things in the mail as PR, and then of course there are things that I'm not going to buy. So if I have tried anything, like today I'm wearing the new ColourPop Malibu Barbie palette, I'll share my thoughts on it. But if not, let me know if there's anything you guys want me to review on my channel. So e.l.f. added to their Jelly Pop collection, which I think is probably one of my favorite collections they've done. I don't think it came out last summer. I think it came out the summer before, but there are still products from that collection I love. I love the Jelly Pop cleanser. I have that in my bathroom right now. I also like the moisturizer. So there are products that are really good. There are some from the existing line that I haven't tried, but they are expanding it. So it looks like they added a lip mask for $6, a glow stick for $8, and a glitter mask for $12. Oh, and then there are two new shades of the Jelly Pop glosses for $5 each. So the Jelly Pop primer was part of the existing collection that's still available. I actually want to try that out. I feel like that still gets rave reviews. I read comments all the time on my videos saying that you guys still love that product. So I do want to pick that up and test it out. As for the new products, I think I will try the highlighter stick too. I have really been into cream blush this year, which is kind of new for me, but I haven't really tried a lot of cream bronzer or cream highlighters. So honestly, I would love to find a new cream highlighter that's just very easy to apply. It says that this is a hydrating formula that blends out easily with your fingers, and it's supposed to give you a luminous glow with a soft hint of color and shimmer. I'm just looking for something very lightweight, something that I can throw on when I'm in a hurry, and something that just doesn't take a lot of extra effort. Sometimes when I apply cream highlighters, they look very heavy on the skin or they look very textured, and I just want something easy. So if you have any other cream highlighter recommendations, please let me know. I don't plan on trying the glitter face mask. I wish brands would stop putting glitter in skincare. I don't know that it's super common, but I feel like every once in a while we see a new glitter face mask, and it's kind of disappointing to see that from e.l.f. because I feel like they usually do really good skincare, and it almost discredits the brand a little bit when you see a glitter face mask just because you know that it's not necessary. This one doesn't look like it has super obvious glitter, maybe more of like a light shimmer. Either way, it would have just been nice to see like a true hydrating watermelon face mask without the added shimmer or glitter. And I mean, glitter is in the actual name. Otherwise, I feel like the rest of the line is just a lot of fun for summer. I've told you guys this a few times, but I'm just loving all things watermelon scented, watermelon themed this year. So I think the collection is just so perfect and fun for summer. And I do plan on picking up a few things, including the Jelly Pop primer, which I'm late to, but I am excited to finally try it out. Actually, I'm on e.l.f.'s Instagram, and it looks like they just announced two other skincare products. So these look like they're a little bit more legitimate than the glitter face mask. They have a Holy Hydration Hydro Gel Moisturizer, which will definitely be something that I'm going to be trying out because I love gel moisturizers. I think they are so perfect for oily skin. That one retails for $12. It says that it's lightweight, it wears well under makeup. And then they also have the Holy Hydration Sleeping Mask. This one retails for $10, and it's a creamy dual-use face mask. I assume you can either layer it on and leave it on and then eventually wipe it off, or you can wear it overnight for a really intense dose of hydration. I really like the Holy Hydration line as a whole. The eye cream has actually been one of my favorites. So I definitely want to try out that Hydro Gel Moisturizer. That sounds really nice. And like I said, in general, e.l.f. skincare is really good. That's why that shimmer or glitter face mask was just kind of surprising to see from them. But I am excited to see they are expanding their Holy Hydration line because I do enjoy the line as a whole. Should we talk about the Urban Decay Prince Collection? I think we should. I touched on this when I did my last purchase or past video, but there weren't any actual photos of the collection out yet, just the announcement that it was coming. So now there are actual photos and info. This collection is going to be available on May 27th. It is a limited edition collection curated with the Prince estate, and it features never before seen essentials inspired by his iconic style and unparalleled self-expression. So I feel like a lot of the feedback that I've seen on this collection has been negative because a lot of people A lot of what I've seen is people saying that they don't think Prince would have liked this, and if he, for some reason, would have collaborated with a makeup brand, this probably isn't what he would have chosen. So I do feel like it is tough because obviously Prince himself did not have any input on this. They say they collaborated with the Prince estate, but at the same time, I mean, it really is just kind of their interpretation of what would represent him and his style. I love Urban Decay, but I honestly didn't think they were going to be able to do this collection justice. I think in my last purchase or pass video, I said that I thought we would see like some lighter purples with pops of neutral and pops of gold, which is kind of what it is, but honestly, the purples in this collection are even a little bit more lackluster than I was anticipating from Urban Decay. So there is the You Got the Look eyeshadow palette, which is the one that comes in the black packaging. This one retails for $55. You get a row of neutrals and then a row of softer purples. They just don't look like they're going to have a lot of pigment. So I don't know, I guess we'll have to wait for like swatches and actual tutorials. The Let's Go Crazy eyeshadow palette is the one that comes in purple packaging, and this one is also $55. It's a little bit more colorful because you do get quite a few cool toned colorful shades with a few warm toned pops of color. So I feel like they did something colorful, but they just kind of like turn down the saturation a little bit. So I'm curious to see how the products are actually going to apply. $55 isn't cheap. I mean, it's pretty expensive. So I feel like the quality definitely has to be there unless you're just like a big Prince fan and you want the collection for that reason. There are two Kajal eyeliners for $25 each, a black and a white. And then there's a liquid highlighter for $32. The all-nighter powder is $34. And then there's a brush for $28. You can purchase the entire collection, like the collector's value set, for $250. I don't know, I feel like it could have been a little bit more vibrant and fun, a little bit brighter. I think instead of like the all-nighter powder and the brush, it would have been fun to see some berry toned blushes or some really fun lipsticks. And I think a collab is the time to go like unique and interesting rather than playing it safe. I feel like a lot of the time when a brand does a collab, that's when they play it safe because they want to make more sales and kind of appeal to the crowd that prefers neutrals. But I think that when it comes to this collab in particular, they could have gone vibrant and it would have actually worked. So I won't be picking this up or trying it out, so I'm not really interested in it, but I would love to hear your thoughts on it as a whole. I have a lot of ColourPop products to talk about, so let's catch up on some of those. Yesterday, they released like a grayed out photo of a new palette that they had coming. So I'll put that picture right here. Based on this photo, I just kind of like looked at the names and I saw the variation in tones, and I thought it was going to be like a super warm toned palette with oranges and reds and golds, and then also a bunch of blues, like light blues, deep blues, and then I thought maybe there would be like a few pops of brown. So today, I'm filming this video on Monday, they released the photo of the actual palette, and I feel like I was close, but it's a little bit more boring than I thought it was going to be. You guys, I love neutral eyeshadow, I really do, but with a palette this big, I feel like they did not need to put so many brown eyeshadows in the same palette. So I feel like I was kind of on theme. I see like a few pops of orangey red tones, a few pops of gold, like 3 pops of blue, and then the rest of the palette is full of brown eyeshadow. I don't know, I feel like this palette could have been more fun for summertime. I feel like they could have taken out a bunch of those browns and included like different variations of blue, maybe some aquas, maybe some deeper navies, and then I also feel like they could have swapped out some of the warm browns for like true oranges and reds, and you would still be able to put in quite a few neutrals, but also add those pops of color, because I feel like when it comes to a 30 eyeshadow palette, you can get a lot of variation rather than including so many repeat shades. This is launching on May 27th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time if you guys are interested in grabbing it. When it comes to big eyeshadow palettes, I try to avoid them these days because I just don't reach for them. They're awkward to hold, they're hard to store. I will say, as far as big eyeshadow palettes go, ColourPop's 30 pan palettes are not outrageously big. Like, I've actually traveled with them in the past because they're very thin, very compact. I just feel like when it comes to this one in particular, there are just so many brown eyeshadows in here that I already own that I just don't need it. There is a ColourPop, or I guess Soul Body product that I do want to try. So Soul Body is ColourPop's sister brand. They do a lot of really great products. I feel like they're kind of underrated and I have enjoyed a lot of them, but they are releasing, or they did release, this new face and body makeup foundation. It retails for $16. You can purchase it now. So it says that it is a one and done foundation for both the face and the body. It's supposed to be creamy, nourishing. It has light diffusing properties, so it delivers uniform coverage, and it says that it's supposed to stay in place all day long. I'm kind of curious about this because I feel like when it comes to a body foundation, you definitely want something that is transfer proof because you don't want it to get on your clothes or on the couch, and you don't want it to rub off in the middle of the day. So I feel like that would actually make a great formula for the face. I don't wear a lot of body makeup. I'm always paranoid it's going to ruin my clothes, or I'm going to get it on my couch or my sheets, and I don't want to do that, so I just avoid it altogether. There are 12 shades, so I think it's supposed to be pretty flexible in terms of coverage. I don't think it's going to be super intense. I think within those 12 shades, there is a really nice variety of light colors and deep colors, and it would be amazing if this worked well because you probably get a lot of product in here. Not that I use up foundation super quickly, but it just sounds nice. So I am definitely curious to try this out on my face and see if it works well as a foundation. Two more ColourPop collections. The ColourPop Malibu Barbie Collection is so much fun. Now, I did get this one in the mail as PR. I am wearing the palette on my eyes today. I honestly couldn't decide which colors to go with because I think there are so many fun colors in this palette. There are pinks and blues and oranges and golds, and I'm impressed by the actual quality. These shadows blended out so easily. I feel like ColourPop's formula used to be very consistent across the board when it came to their palettes, but now sometimes I feel like the formula is a little bit different depending on the palette. But I have noticed that when it comes to their collaboration palettes, sometimes the formula is just extra smooth, extra blendable, and I do feel like that is the case with this palette, and it's gorgeous. I love this look. I just think this is kind of like my ideal summer look. I love doing like a warm eyeshadow look with a pop of blue on the lower lash line. I initially had a pop of pink on the lower lash line, but I didn't like how that looked, so I tried to cover it up with concealer and then I went in with the blue. But I do think the collection as a whole is really fun. My sisters and I used to play Barbies for hours. My nieces are all in the age where they kind of like Barbies and they're getting into it. So I just think it is just a fun, cute collection overall. Now, the collection does come with an eyeshadow palette, which retails for $20. Like I said, you get some neutrals, some pops of color. It does feel like a very saturated palette that performs nicely. So I'm really impressed by it so far. There are 3 Luxe lipstick kits that come with a Luxe lipstick and a matching liner for $13 each, a pair of false lashes for $7, a giant Super Shock highlighter for $10, and then also a mirror. So you can purchase the products separately. They have a few different bundles on the ColourPop website, and then you can purchase the whole set for $79. So again, I did get this in the mail as PR. If I didn't get it as PR, I would have at least picked up the eyeshadow palette, even if this wasn't like a Malibu Barbie ColourPop collection. I just thought the palette was a lot of fun for summer, but I've kind of been into warm toned neutrals with pops of blue. That's kind of the case with the Natasha Denona Zendo palette, which I did purchase. I haven't tried all of the shades from that palette so far, but I kind of have mixed opinions on it. I did film like a full testing new makeup get ready with me that will be up on Thursday using that palette, so stay tuned for that, but I'm into this one. I think it could be a good alternative. Obviously, the shades are not identical, but this is like a more intense version. And so far, I think I like this formula better. And this one's only $20 compared to the Zendo palette, which is $65. But like I said, I'm still kind of testing that one out. The last ColourPop collection I wanted to mention is their So Very Lovely collection. It's available now on their website. So there's an eyeshadow palette for $18, 3 Super Shock blushes for $8 each, or if you purchase a set, you can get them for $21. 4 lippy sticks for $7, 3 cream gel liners for $6, or you can buy the whole set for $70. I did get this in the mail as PR over the weekend. I haven't had the chance to try it out because on the weekends, I either skip makeup or I just go like very, very light in terms of coverage. So I haven't even used this yet, but if you do want me to review it on my channel, I can if you guys are interested in it. If there's enough interest, I can for sure. It looks like a pretty collection. I think out of everything, the blushes appeal to me the most because there are some gorgeous colors, and I'm sure that it's nice. It just didn't feel like a must-have for me compared to the Malibu Barbie collection, which I thought was a lot of fun for summertime. BH Cosmetics released a new collection. This is the Say It collection. There are 6 different eyeshadow palettes. Each one comes with 9 shadows, and they retail for $15 each. And then there are 6 different shimmer lip glosses for $9 each, and then also a 6-piece brush set for $19. So I know this collection is getting some mixed feedback. When I initially saw the photos, I just thought it was a fun collection. I like the black and white theme. I think it's really fun. And then when you open up the palettes, there are a lot of different options, whether you want something a little bit more colorful or a little bit more neutral. And I like the 9-pan format. I think that is the perfect size because you get enough shadows to create a variety of looks, but the palettes themselves aren't too big. When you look a little bit closer, some of the palettes have curse words on the names or as part of the names, and it's not all of them, it's just a few, and I feel like they're trying to be a little bit like noteworthy in doing that. I don't feel like they are the first brand to have done this. Maybe they are, especially with a few of the names, but I feel like brands are always trying to push the line when it comes to naming their products. And a lot of the time they'll go like the sexual route, especially with mascara for some reason, and just kind of push the line in that way. But I have seen curse words in product names before. I guess I don't know about these specific words. I'm not someone who's offended by curse words, which might surprise you because I don't use them on my YouTube channel. But for me, it doesn't really bother me, but I could see why people might not be into this. You guys will have to let me know what you think of this. Is this offensive to you? Are you into it? Do you think it's funny? To be honest, I didn't think anything of it. I really didn't until I was reading through the comments on Instagram, and some people don't like it. Some people think it's kind of fun. I feel like these days brands are just doing everything they can to grab the attention of the consumer, and it's kind of hard to do that when it comes to actual makeup products because at this point everything's already been done. So I think we'll maybe see more of this with brands kind of pushing the line. I think BH Cosmetics is maybe more open to it because a lot of their products are just sold online, so it's not like you're going to walk by a palette in store with this name on it. So I think that's maybe why they can do it as opposed to more of like a mainstream brand that actually has all of their new releases for sale in Sephora and Ulta. But for me, I think the eyeshadow palettes are a lot of fun. I don't plan on picking any of them up because I'm not buying a lot of eyeshadow these days. It takes a lot for a palette to really catch my eye, and as much fun as I think they are, I do feel like I have a lot of these shades in my collection already. So I'll be skipping over the collection as a whole, but I will say it did catch my eye. I like the simplistic packaging. I think there is a palette for everyone. So if you want to try BH Cosmetics and one of these appeal to you, it could be a good way to kind of start trying something from the brand because there is a good variety to choose from. Huda Beauty is launching a new collection on June 1st. This is the GloWish Collection. So there is a multi-dew skin tint that's available in 13 different shades. It's supposed to be blendable with a dewy finish. There are skin-loving ingredients, and it retails for $37. The other product is the GloWish Soft Radiance Bronzing Powder. This one actually comes in 5 shades. It's supposed to be long-wearing, blurring, have a soft focus effect. It has a really pretty marble design, and it says that it's light as air and non-powdery, and this one retails for $31. The collection is also vegan and fragrance-free, and they say the packaging is sustainable. The cartons are recyclable. So I think the collection sounds like it's perfect for summertime. I like that it's not overwhelming. There's a skin tint and a bronzer, and I feel like that's really just kind of what you need for the summertime, especially if you like lighter coverage. I feel like I'm still kind of on the fence when it comes to skin tints. Every single brand is releasing a skin tint. What is your favorite formula that you guys have tried so far? I feel like, I don't know, I get skin tints and tinted moisturizers and light coverage foundations. Like I get them all mixed up, and I don't know that I would typically reach for a skin tint. Like I have a few in my collection. I like the Fenty skin tint, but when it comes down to it, I either skip foundation or I'll go in with a little bit of concealer, spot conceal, and set it with powder if I want light coverage, or I'll just reach for like my medium coverage foundations. I feel like when I wear a skin tint, I usually want a little bit more coverage, or my skin just looks oily a little bit faster. So I can't say I'm completely on board with skin tints. They're just not my personal favorite thing, but I know a lot of people are loving them. So this one does make sense. I probably won't try it out, but I would love to know which brand makes your favorite skin tint, if you guys like them. The bronzers actually sound really nice, and I've been loving all different bronzers. The only reason I'm kind of hesitant to try this one is because it kind of has like that marbleized look to it, and when I use cheek products that have different colors kind of mixed together, I don't always get even application. Like sometimes one side of my face will look a little bit darker, one side will look a little bit lighter. So I think I might wait for some reviews on that product, but it does it looks nice. This collection will be available on June 1st if you guys want to check it out. I think it is a really good summertime collection. That along with her new highlighter palette, which I did want to pick up. I haven't placed a Sephora order. Those all just kind of look like good summertime staples. Too Faced released new Hangover Pillow Lip Balm treatments. I have the original one and I love it. It is so good. I don't know, Too Faced as a whole isn't a brand that appeals to me a whole lot these days. Like when they release a new collection, I don't really jump on it, but some of their staple products are products that I use all the time, like their concealer, this lip balm, their eyeliners, and I don't think you have to spend a lot of money to get a good lip balm. In fact, I prefer not to, but there's something about this formula that is so good. It just feels very lightweight on the lips, very smooth. It has like this marshmallow scent that is amazing, and it really does leave my lips feeling very moisturized, but not in the typical sense. It almost feels, how do I explain it? It's like a true balmy product. I don't know how to explain it other than the fact that it is so good. It's probably like my #1 favorite lip treatment. And it's like one of those products that I use all the time that I don't know that I talk about a lot because it's not necessarily a super exciting product, but it is a staple for me. So anyway, they just released new scents, Watermelon Kiss, which is available at Sephora, and then Banana Kiss, Cocoa Kiss, and Mango Kiss, which you can get on the Too Faced website. I'm going to splurge and I'm going to buy the watermelon one because like I said, anything watermelon scented pulls me in, but the fact that my go-to lip balm comes in a watermelon scent is just the best thing ever. So it's expensive for what it is, but it does last a long time. Mine's probably getting a little bit old. I've had it since they released it and I'm not through with it yet. So that goes to show that it does last a long time. I don't use it every single day because right now I'm kind of into lip oils and that one kind of stays in my purse, but it's so good. I'm buying the watermelon one and I'm going to keep it at my desk so I can just apply it throughout the day and I can't wait. I did want to mention this new nude lipstick line from Melt Cosmetics. They released 11 different nude lipsticks in an ultra matte finish. They're available now for $22 each. So you can get them at Sephora or on the Melt Cosmetics website. I'm always on the hunt for a new nude lipstick line, like a shade range and formula, because my go-to nude lipsticks were the Too Faced Natural Nudes lipsticks. I'm actually wearing them today, and they discontinued them a while ago. So I still have them in my collection. They're getting old. They're not expired yet. The formula is still good, but one day they will expire and I will be so sad. So I've found other formulas that I like. I love the Buxom lipsticks. There are other ones that I just can't think of right now. I also love Propa Beauty's lipstick line, but when it comes to like my perfect nude shade, I always combine two of the Too Faced lipsticks, which is what I'm wearing today. Or sometimes I'll use the lighter one, sometimes I'll use the darker one. So as much as I love other formulas, I still haven't found like my perfect nude shade in a lot of other lines. So eventually I'll have to move on from these Too Faced lipsticks because they will expire at some point. So whenever a brand does release a new nude lipstick line, I'm always curious about it. The last thing I want to mention is a new product from Natasha Denona. This was just announced while I was actually filming. This is her Puff Paint Liquid Blush Serum. It is a silky liquid-like serum and it's supposed to give you an easy, soft, natural flush of color. So it looks like you can use it on the cheeks or on the lips or the eyes really. They're $22 each or $56 for the bundle. There are only 3 shades, which is kind of surprising. I don't know, I would expect to see maybe a few more if this is a brand new line. It doesn't look like you get a lot of product. These kind of look like, well, maybe they're a little bit bigger in person. I don't know, like based on this photo, these look like liquid eyeshadows, like liquid eyeshadow packaging. So for $22, I don't know that you get very much product. It kind of looks like you have to build these up a little bit too. This is just like my complete first impressions on the product because I haven't seen anything about it yet. But I feel like the shade range is not very good. You don't get very much product. And I don't know. I don't think I'm into these. I mean, there is a lighter pink, a lighter tan, and then a deeper berry, but I feel like overall, she probably could have done some really fun colors. Like Natasha Denona knows how to do fun colors, like oranges and reds, and maybe even like a brighter berry. I just feel like overall, it's not really doing it for me. There are so many cream and liquid blushes on the market that I feel like it has to be a really exciting release for me to consider it at this point. So I will be skipping over these, but if you are interested in them, they will be available on May 26th at Sephora. Okay, you guys, that is it from me. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I hope that you guys are having a great day. I will be back on Thursday with a new video, sharing some new makeup products, testing out some new makeup, so stay tuned for that. But I will see you guys very soon with a new one. Bye.